In this video, I'm going to be building a carport next to my house. I started by digging 9 holes in which I inserted a 12-inch tube that I filled with concrete and inserted 10-inch bolts, 4 of them, through a faceplate which I will be welding the vertical beams to. Measured those out and got those in place where I need them to be. And then I just needed to order metal. Most of the metal came in 24-foot segments. I have 10 segments of 4x4 by 12 feet. Then I have 6 2x4s and 4 2x2s. I'm going to tighten down these nuts. And grind off the remainder of the bolt. Secure the nut to the bolt so that it doesn't back out naturally over time. Like that. I cut and bent over the top. This will be the cap for each one of the vertical supports, and I'm pulling it tight so that I can weld it up. Here's what it looks like. It's not the best job, but it'll do after I've grinded it out. So I've only tacked that side for now, and as you can see, I've notched out sections for the cross beams. That corner is all done. You can see the slant that it has to the house for runoff. I'll have another post in the center there going up to support the middle. A little using the line level right in the middle of the distance between them, I'm able to get the height off of. A little windy today, but looking at it, it looks pretty much perfect, so I know where to cut that to level it. Alright, so I've left a little piece that I can bend over for the cap, but I've also put a little bracket up there, welded it on so that I can support the beam as I put it up, because I'll be lifting it by myself. So I'll put the ladder in the middle and lift it up and have it supported so that I can then go side to side and tack each side and weld each side up once it's all good and go. Alright, so I've also notched out the other side so that I can just drop those into place. I still need to get up and weld that side right there. And then over here, you just set this one up there on that little support that I welded on, and I have this strap kind of snugging up the two sides together so that I can have a good tight gap there when I make the weld. Alright, so here I kind of notched out the section and then folded over that top to cap off that, so when I weld it, it'll be closed. And I'll run the beam, the center beam, all the way over there, where I'm going to be having another one of these center posts installed. That way I can get it a line perfectly centered and level. So each one of those notches will receive a beam. Also got the center beam up. I haven't yet welded the top, just welded the bottom there. We got it for support. When I get that cross beam in the center here, which is going to be the, instead of the 2x2, it'll be a 2x4, and then I'll weld it all together along with the ends. I still have to put the support beams in the center over there, and then right up there, and then that'll be all the support beams, and then I just have 3 more of the cross beams, the 2x2s here to install, and then I just have a bunch of welding to do, and then we'll be done with that. Alright, just installing the third one here. There we go. This one's a little tight. Alright, that's what it looks like so far. Still gotta finish that cap up there, bend it over and weld it down. Getting down to the last pieces of metal. There's my daughter swinging in the back. Alright, so for that last beam that's going to go across the middle, that's the 2x4 instead of the 2x2. I've simply created a little support there at the end. In the middle, I've notched it out so that it can slide right in there. Like a Lego, and just connect, and also support on the other side. Because as I lift these up, I'm climbing a ladder, lifting them, they're pretty heavy. I want there to be some support on the end, and then I can just weld and grind it off when I'm done. I'll go ahead and get that up there and see if it fits, see if I measured right. Alright, let's see if I can get this in one-handed. There we go. Whew. That could have been bad. It's so close. I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Alright, I got it most of the way. Now I just need to push it a little bit. Alright, I think with some good hammer hits, we might be able to get it to fall in. Oh, there it goes. Man, it sounds like a gong. It's so loud. Alright, we're still a little high. Alright, there we go. It's good. Now just to weld it up. From here, it's just simply welding up every single other joint that I have that I haven't welded yet, and we'll be done with the welding. All right, so I finished welding and I put up one of the roof pieces. I've got 7 more to go. We are getting there. So here's the screws that I'm using. They've got a rubber washer on the inside to seal everything off, and you can kind of see it gets squished out. And I'm putting them in the middle of every section, all the way down. So only 7 more of these 24-foot sections to go. I already put a few up there. They're pretty heavy, pretty awkward to get up by hand, but with enough persistence, it's doable. Alright, almost done installing the 4th panel. It's getting starting to get dark, the sun's going down. But just a few more screws in this panel and then I'll be able to move over and do the last 4. Hopefully I can finish it tonight. Alright, it's the next morning and I only have 1 panel left. A couple more screws and then I'll be done with the roof. Alright, I just have the bottom set of screws along there to do, but everything else is in. Looking good.
Here's a sneak peek of my next build video.